Hey runners, this is my video impression of Holy Cowan's Gap 50K. This was held in May of 2025. It is held every year actually by the Virginia Happy Trails Running Club. This year, Stephanie Fonda was the race organizer, and it was a great race, very well done, great aid stations, and a shout out to Chef Jeff, who makes all these races memorable with his various culinary concoctions, and is one of the best things about the race. Of course is wonderful as well. Just a few words about the course. So there are vast sections that are runnable. So I don't want to minimize the number of places where you've got a nice smooth trail to run over. However, there are areas in this trail that are extremely steep and rugged. So you may be going through boulder fields with lots of downed trees. We found ourselves in one section of the race that was like this. We got a little off track, Morale and I, fellow racer, and Chad came along and he could see the pink streamers and follow the course. So we followed him out of there. But we lost some time in there, and there was quite a bit of scrambling involved. There are other areas where you're heading uphill, and it is extremely steep. So the max gradient, when I looked at this post-race, was 46%. So that is a significantly steep terrain. And you're doing this where there are blowdowns, the trail's overgrown. It's funny that the bumper sticker that you get after the race says, "This is a trail," and I found myself asking this at times. Of course, you'll be going uphill and you'll see this nice switchback that is winding up this mountain, but you're going straight up it. And so it is there are 5 climbs in there and 5 steep climbs, and they come at points where you may be tired. So it's not a beginner's 50K. But it is a beautiful race. There are some really scenic sections running down along the lake, for instance, climbing the mountains and seeing some of the views from the mountaintop. You're running along a ridge at one point. It's really a nice race. So without further ado, I've got some GoPro footage here for you to look at and get a better feel for what this is like. On my way to Cowan's Gap State Park for Holy Cowan's Gap 50K, and had a decent night's sleep last night. Looks like a nice beautiful day, and just driving through God's country. So just before the start, had a short chat with John Calabrese, so he's here today. Haven't seen him in a long time, and dropped all my stuff off. I've got plenty of time. Probably do a little dynamic warm-up and then be ready to go.
That's the most important role right there. So as far as aid station, that's all I have to say about that.
Well, a bit of an undignified start, but off we go. Okay, just finished the first climb, running through a flattish, rocky area here. Be careful of the footing. Yeah, it's been super rocky ever since I got over that climb. You can run every once in a while, but if you want to break an ankle or don't care, it's hard. All right, now we've hit a nice grassy section. Been running along this for a while. Not bad at all, kind of flat. No complaints. Now at the race briefing, they told us a few things. Watch out for blowdowns on the north part of the loop that we're doing. Also, you're gonna have to manually check yourself in to a couple of the aid stations that just have water.
So just had some tacos.
Yeah,
Potato
the
salad.
eggs will be ready for the
Pico?
tacos in 1 minute.
Wow.
Lots of them.
Wow, first aid station and couldn't turn down the chorizo tacos. God, I hope I don't regret it. All right, decided to bite the bullet. There's no way around this shit. Just have to embrace it. Now this is, I don't know, typical. At least it's drying out a little bit now. Well, back on the track now. Spent some time scrambling through this ravine, creek bed. Could not find the trail. Just lost quite a bit of time there, probably. All right, another climb here. That downhill section through the creek bed, and then the subsequent scramble through all the down trees and rocks, and yeah, couldn't find the way. And then happened upon Chad, who knew the way, saw one of the pink streamers, and then we were golden. But I don't know how much time we wasted in there scrambling around. Nice view there. Okay, onto the trail. Can run for a little bit, amazingly. Although I shouldn't complain, because there have been large sections that are runnable. It's just they're interspersed with these steep technical sections. Probably good training for me. It's quite nice. Running along a ridge, it's going uphill. You can tell because I'm heart rate's up there, but almost difficult to tell by looking at it. And I thankfully have stopped belching up the tacos for the moment. I think the pico was maybe a bridge too far on that chorizo taco. We have just come upon a incredible view here. How about that? Just missed a turn back there. Luckily caught it before I went too far, but there's a little side trail off to the right that I missed. This is a pretty steep scramble here. I brought my poles with me, but I haven't taken them out yet. Kind of want to do this as a training run, and part of that is conditioning the legs. The poles are a little bit of a crutch, so try not to use them until maybe absolutely necessary. Beautiful run along the lake here, in the distance. What's not to like? Here we are at the north end of the lake, or approaching it. Looks like we crossed that man-made dam there. It looks like we didn't go over the dam, as I'm running along the river that feeds off of that lake, or I should say creek, right now. So we'll probably come down, and we come down the other side of it on the way back. Okay, 18 point something miles in. I just feel a little tired, so I think I'm going to do walk run for a while. I will say having that chorizo taco was definitely a tactical error. So going through this area with all this sucking mud, I can't count the number of times I stepped on ground that looked like it was solid or semi-solid, and then Before I know it, I'm in 5 or 6 inches of mud. And I nearly pull my foot out of my shoe. Well, the to-be winner of the 50K just went by me going in the other direction. Yeah, because in this part of the loop, you cover 2 times. Anyway, I'm amazed. He is flying. Let's see. Got a real steep, sharp little climb here. We're going up. Number 2 just came down this trail going the other way. This is steep, man. Okay, about 20 miles into the race, I can't begin to had to break out the poles. This is so steep. No way to, I mean, and the guys that are coming back, they're not using poles. So I'm in awe, but hey, that's what being 30 something will do for you. So, okay, just been going through the really rocky section. This is a little tamer here, but man, it has been rough. I do not know how those guys are doing the course this fast, because shit, I could not run on this. Well, started to feel hungry and blood sugar was a little low, so I cracked open the emergency Martin bar. 225 calories of carbs. So we'll see how it goes. See if it perks me up a little bit. This last 10 miles of the race, maybe 12 miles, it's hard. Some of the terrain is super steep. Let's see. Mel's bench. I wonder who Mel is. Not much of a bench. Look, even got a mailbox here, trail register. Oh, there's a view. Beautiful. All right, down we go, I think. Well, yes, down we go. All right, just came down that pretty gnarly uphill section that was just super steep, and had to step over a tree and could feel the adductors like cramping up, adductors and maybe vastus medial. So anyway, gonna walk for a little while, maybe take a salt tablet or two, and just see if I don't get a little better. Okay, so this is the shizzle, the last 5 miles of the race that you gotta go up. It's tough. Yeah, my allergies have been acting up. Something fierce and hacking away. This is damn sadism here, man. This is super steep. Really need the poles here. So I don't want to say I'm in survival mode yet, but I am doing the walk around thing. I've got someone way back there. Well, not so far back. We haven't been introduced, but I might wait up for him. Went along a gravel section of the trail here. Came across this John Deere. Now this is a man's bulldozer. Looks like, I don't know what, general purpose thing with a dozer and a bucket on the back. So I'm in the last 2 miles or so of the race. Not pretty, but at least the adductor has calmed down a little bit. I'm just, like I said, doing the old walk around. Okay, we're running the last little bit in, down to where that beach is that you can see through the trees. Thank God it's smooth trail here. Okay, we're on this last little bit in. Right, so there's the sticker, and that is a beautiful sticker too. All worth it. Easily the hardest 50K I've ever done. Now to eat.